Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cat Talk Radio. I'm your host, Molly DeVos. And as you can see, today we have a little bit different format in that you're actually seeing us record. And we're really blessed to have Nathan, the cat lady, joining us today. So welcome to Cat Talk Radio, Nathan.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. And Nathan is, let me just let everybody know, you're a model, you're an actor. You were featured recently in the film Cat Daddies, which is very important. You were a stuntman, you're a social media influencer, and you helped launch the Tabby dating app. And you trap cats and you get involved in the big cat rescue, and you're a busy guy.
Yeah, I try and stay busy. Nobody likes to get bored, so I definitely try and the whole throw a bunch of crap against the wall, see what sticks kind of thing. So I've been doing the modeling game since I was 19. Switched over to acting, moved to LA, and then down the road started the social media and now rescue, and it's been quite the ride.
Yeah. And I don't know who's more famous, you or your four cats, actually, because you have Nathan has Pickles, Princess, Ginger, and Annie. I think we saw a little Pickles cameo maybe back there a second ago.
Yeah, he's in his little castle thing, right? He's on his heated blanket, so he's chilling there. Ginger is just out of frame right about there. And then let me see, Princess, you can actually see here. If I tilt up, she's sitting on the Pringles box on the fridge.
Oh, yeah.
Going on the fridge, and Annie's in her castle to my left. So they're all close by.
Always, it seems. Now, are you still doing the Wine Wednesdays I read about?
Oh, yeah. Still doing the Wine Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, 6:30. I drink a bottle of wine. I ride my hoverboard around my apartment and live stream. And then we have a private Zoom after party that you can buy tickets to.
And how do people find that and buy tickets to that?
The tickets are on nathanthecatlady.com. That's where all my shirts and my beds and all that kind of stuff are. It's the first item. It just says after party. And then the live stream is just on Instagram. So just be on my Instagram at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Wednesday.
Cool. Now, you got to tell me, and I've never read this, and I'm sure you've been asked this, but I've not seen this documented. So when you were, of course, building your social media following and starting doing the little quirky cat skits, and you decided, what am I going to call myself? Why did you decide to call yourself a cat lady? Why not Nathan the Cat Daddy?
Well, so I tried Cat Daddy. I tried it. I did one or two stories where I was like, hey, look who's a cat daddy. And then I didn't realize there was like a second connotation to cat daddy. And so the DMs that I started getting over the next like day or two, like the amount of people in America and all over the world that needed daddies, I had no idea how many, there was such a need for daddies, and just the creepiest messages. And I was like, okay, this is not what I'm looking for. And so the girl I was dating at the time, on her social media, I would help her write skits, and I was in skits. And everybody just knew me as the crazy cat guy. They're like, oh, there's that crazy cat lady guy, the crazy cat lady. And so I was like, I'm gonna run with that. So I tried a couple things, and I was like, just Nathan the cat lady, because it's fun. Like, people laugh immediately, and now I can kind of take that stereotype and just run with it, but kind of make it cool. I'm really working on trying to change the stereotype from, little old lady in a house who, in a robe feeding cats. I've just leaned into it really hard, and now I'm trying to make it acceptable.
I think it's cool. I think it's very cool. And when did you decide you were a cat lady? Was it after 2 cats or after 3 cats, or was there a number there?
It's probably anything after 2. Probably when number 3 came along. I grew up with cats and dogs, so I wasn't a cat lady or a dog person. I loved animals. I did want to go into studying like big cats and like zoology. That was my plan B, and then acting kind of took over. So I started doing the acting, and it just so happened that cats kind of worked their way back in. But yeah, I'd say after 2 cats, I was officially a cat lady.
A cat lady. Yeah. I have one. I don't admit that because people assume I'm a crazy cat lady with all the cat work I do. And I'm not. I only have one because that's all I have time for.
Understandable. But say you only have time for one, you add a second, doesn't really add too much to the schedule. It's still got to feed at the same time, still got to do the litter. Just gives them someone to play with when you're not around.
Yeah, I believe that. And I would love to have a second one, but my husband's goal in life is to get an RV, a big RV, probably
Okay.
40 foot. And we want to travel the country, and I'm going to stop at shelters along the way and, do some behavior seminars and things like that. So that's kind of the dream. And he says, 2 adults and 2 cats in an RV, even at 40 feet is too many. So he's
I don't know.
kind of
Sterling's in an RV with two cats, and it's he does okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to have to get the 2 of you together. You can
There
talk
we
him
go.
into that.
I'm just gonna keep peer pressuring him into it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So one of the big things I wanted to talk to you about today was this film that's come out that not many people know about. I didn't know about it until I got that email out of the blue. And the name of the film is Cat Daddies. And I guess it's being debuted in Dallas. So there's a National Film Festival going on in Dallas, I think this weekend. A lot of people will tune into this podcast long after we record it, but this film is finally being debuted, and I was sent a link to watch it in advance of our interview today, and I got to tell you what, I was impressed, and I'm not impressed much by cat films because they're usually okay, but not a lot of stuff you haven't seen before. And this was very touching. I watched it with a friend of ours that was staying with us, and we were both bawling and having to get the hankies out. And, and they're just such heartwarming moments, funny moments, makes you laugh. And because it was filmed, in the last couple of years, it weaves in all of these things that we've had to deal with, with COVID and the fires and it's just, it's an amazing, amazing movie. And you kick off the movie in a really funny way and explain to everybody what it was you were doing there and how you got that going.
So we reenacted one of my viral videos of me playing the cats like they're piano. So they're all eating tuna or something. And I've got classical music and I'm just playing their backs just in a weird way. It's petting, but it's playing the piano. So yeah. And I honestly, I'm waiting to see it because I want to see it live because I'm going to the Newport screening on October 22nd. So they sent me a link, but I was like, nope, I want to see it with a crowd of people. Like I want to be there for it. Cause truth be told, it's one of those things, you do interviews and you film this and you film that. And they hit me up and they came and we filmed for a day a couple of years ago. And I hadn't heard anything. And then all of a sudden they hit me back and said, hey, it's going to be at this film festival. It's premiering here. And I'm like, wow, here we go. So I'm really excited to see what turned out.
Have you met any of the other guys, the cat daddies that were featured in the film?
I don't even know who else. The only other one I've seen that's in it is Goalie Cat as dad.
Yeah.
Old Kitty, but I haven't met him. So I don't even know what other cat dads are there. I'm sure I've met a bunch of them because it's a small world. But
let me just say, you need to take Kleenex.
Yeah, I was gonna say my nose is running a little bit.
No, not because your nose is running now, but you need to take Kleenex to that viewing of the movie. Yes,
when I just sniffled.
No, yeah, like Nathan, blow your nose. We're recording. No.
But yeah, take Kleenex to the. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. So I'll be the guy in the back sobbing. That's good.
Yes, no, you really will. You need to take Kleenex, and yeah, I mean it's an incredibly moving movie, and I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. So yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I
can't wait.
Take Kleenex and be prepared. Yeah, it's really good. Really good. So you're doing all this stuff, right? Tell everybody too about your trapping and your cat rescue stuff. What are you doing there?
So I got to give Sterling the Trap King and Raruva credit for that one. So I just recently started getting into the rescue work. And for those of you who don't know, Sterling the Trap King Davis, he literally lives in an RV and all he does is travel around and do TNR, trap, neuter, release. He teaches people how to do it. He does it himself. And so we became really good friends we met at CatCon and then we hosted KittyCon in Tampa together. And we both partnered with this food brand that was like, hey, we just want to start donating food to colony feeders across the country. So we'll take you to different states. We'll give a huge donation, and then you guys can go and do some TNR in the area and meet up with the local TNR teams. So we've been traveling to Baltimore, Tampa, Colorado, Albany. Like we went all over this year and just did TNR in all these states. And it was so cool getting to learn, like finally getting to learn how to do it. We did a big event in Atlanta, where it was supposed to be, we were trying to get 300 cats in 24 hours. It was a little over eager because we just couldn't get that many cats, but we had a whole truck full of traps and we went for just about 24 hours trapping. So
wow.
It's been pretty fun.
That does sound like fun. Are you traveling with him in the RV?
No, I usually just meet him there because he'll drive there, and because I've got so many things going on back here, it's just so much quicker for me. We do plan on doing a road trip at some point because I do want to travel with him in the RV, but right now it's just so much easier to just fly there, do a couple of days, and then fly back and get caught up.
Yeah, and what great food! Oh my gosh, you're trapping cats with Weruva?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Those cats are eating quality food.
Yeah, they are. No wonder you got such a high success rate. I usually recommend Weruva because it's so low in phosphate that it's easy on the cat's kidneys, and so I'm always recommending Weruva, but it's that's great. Good job trapping cats with Weruva. So of your four cats, I bet of your four cats, who's your favorite?
I don't have everyone asks. They always assume I have a favorite. They all have such different personalities that I kind of just love each of their personality. Pickles is definitely the bro of the house. He's the man of the house. So we have kind of our own relationship. Ginger's definitely the mom. She snuggles with me every night when I go to bed. She'll make sure everybody else is getting along. Princess is a total nut, as you can see by her sleeping on the fridge on the Pringles can. She's a total nut, but she's fun to watch. And Annie's the one that I've been working on. Because she came from the streets, and so she didn't even like being pet until about 2 years ago. She finally started letting us pet her, and now she loves being pet, but she's still very, skittish. So she's a project, but it just means so much more now when she comes and crawls in your lap and lays down. It's like, oh, Annie's laying in my lap. This is great. So I got a special part in my heart for each of them.
That's great. Tell everybody about the dating app. I think that's awesome. So this is Tabby, the cat person dating app, right? Yep. How does that work?
So Tabby, it literally is it's an app for people who love cats. You don't have to own cats. You just have to like cats, because I think everybody knows the stereotype of cat ladies. I mean, dog people have kind of taken over in the dating realm. Like, yes, you have a dog, great. If you have a cat, gross, ew. I can't tell you how many people I've had tell me that it's gross that I have cats or unattractive and so we launched this dating app. We launched it last year on August 8th, International Cat Day. And we had, version 1 came out and it was good. It had, had some bugs that the first apps always do. And then literally just 2 days ago, we had we got a new development team, way higher development team, who our CEO met through when she used to work at NASA. So they are very good team, and they just redeveloped the entire app. We just launched it. It's got video calling. It's got background checks. It's got a cat tree section where you can get like date ideas and deals on cat toys and furniture. And I mean, I'm really excited about it. So if you're a cat lover and you're single, check out Tabby.
Yeah, that's cool. I wish that had been around when I was single.
I know, right?
Right. I would have loved it. Of course, then you have the issue of blending cat families, and that's a huge thing. So I hope you have a lot of resource material there on cat introductions and what to do when they hit it off and they decide to move in. And I had in fact, I had a consult once where a guy had a cat and a girl had a cat, and the guy would come over and spend time with the girl, and of course her cat would smell the cat on him and go crazy and start biting him and lots of aggression.
Oh, wow.
So I had her keep a set of clothes of his right by the front door. Thankfully, the apartment was built where it had like a closet right as you walk in the door. And we would have him come in and strip and put on his clothes that stay there so that he smelled like the cat. And it really helped a lot.
Oh yeah. Smell is a big one. Even my cats, if I take Pickles, for instance, to the vet, and then bring him back. He smells different, and they'll hiss at him for the first day, and they'll
Yeah.
swat at him because they don't. And he's always so confused. They'll hiss at him, and he's like, "What? I was just like, why are you hitting me?"
Right.
And the smell is different. That's why getting like pheromone diffusers and stuff like that is like a good something. And when you are introducing new cats, taking the blanket that the other one loves and rubbing it on the other one and just cross smelling or cross scenting. I don't know what you would call that, but it works.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That they call that unrecognition aggression. And it's a real problem when one cat leaves the territory and then comes back smelling differently. And Pickles is making an appearance in the background. Oh. He said, "I heard my name. Were you talking trash about me, Dad?"
What up, Pickles? Oh, the one ear,
right. You got the, "I hear you. Oh. I'm ignoring you."
Oh, he's watching. He's got the birds and the squirrels outside. So he's watching them right now.
That's cool. That's cool. So what, I got a question for you. Obviously, you kind of did this quirky cat thing to build your social media following, because that was going to help you out in acting gigs. And now it's kind of taken on, of course, a life of its own, clearly. And, you loved cats before, but, face it, now it's in your DNA and you're a crazy cat lady, right? And so what happens when that, Marvel Comics comes to you and says, "Okay, we want you to play the new Batman," but it's going to mean, a huge commitment that would kind of take you away from a lot of what you're doing with cats now. What are you going to do when that happens?
I've wondered about that, and that's always been kind of a cross that bridge when we get to it sort of thing. But the cat page, everybody, all of my followers are so loyal and patient. Like whenever I book a movie, because I did 3 movies last year, and they were so excited, which means I have to take 2 weeks off to be on set. But what happens is when I do that, you'd be amazed, first of all, how many times I've been on set and there's been like a stray cat that's come to set that I've been able to film with.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll find cats or whatever. But I just start filming other kinds of skits while I'm on set with the crew. And, then when I get home, I post with the kitties and stuff like that. So yeah, it'll be a lot of commitment, and my page will slow down, but I don't think it'll have to stop. I just think there will be a little bit of gaps in between, and it'll just give me time to build up the energy to come back and come out with even funnier content. But yeah, if I someday play the new Batman, which I'm totally down for, would love to play.
Right. You'd make a good Batman.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to put on the weight, unlike Robert Pattinson. I'd be down to take the time away, but I would still, film a couple of skits at night. I work quick, so I could keep it going.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. That's good, because we don't ever want you to give up being a cat lady, right? We need you out there. Yeah. You need to be out there as the role model for guys, that it's okay to love cats and it's cool. And you too could get. How many followers do you have on social media?
Let me think, because I just got a huge jump because of my chickens video, which is a super weird sentence now, because I've been a cat lady for 2 years and now I'm known as being the chicken guy for feeding crows and ravens. But let's see, on Instagram I'm at 342,000 and verified. TikTok is 515,000, and then Facebook just hit over 100,000. It's like 105,000.
That's great. So that's over 1 million followers you've got going on. That's awesome. Congratulations. Good job.
Thank you.
That's a good job. Yeah. And there's probably nothing like cats that make that happen,
Oh yeah.
You couldn't have done that with your lizard, your chameleon.
No, Nathan the lizard guy. Yeah,
it doesn't work.
Very far.
No. Well, that's awesome. So what does Nathan the cat lady have in store for 2022?
Man, I have so many things that I'm, like I said, I just like to keep things going. So, we have the app that just launched. I'm in talks with some people, again, can't do too many details, but in talks with some people about a possible TV show that
nice.
We're looking at. The dating app, we're about to do a huge push that, again, under NDA. There's a lot of NDA stuff, but I really am trying to take this to the next level. I really want to keep pushing the rescue side, and just try and really just expand. Like I want to keep making the videos and keep making the content, but I just want to take this to the next level and see, what we can do. I've got some really good partnerships coming up that might expand into some other realms, but yeah, I'm hoping to keep growing. So
that's good. How do you come up with ideas for your skits?
It depends. Some nights, sometimes the cats will do something funny and I'm like, oh, that, gives me an idea. Sometimes I'll just listen to music and, sometimes a song will hit me and I'll just kind of have little videos going in my head that match the song. So a lot of times the song comes first. So the music that's why it's been so big that they've relaunched like reels and I can use actual songs and not like royalty free stuff. It makes it so much easier to come up with skits. And then, some nights, I'm drinking with some buddies and I start thinking of ridiculous things when I'm a little tipsy and I go, oh, that'd be hilarious. So I text myself a drunken message and try and decipher it in the morning,
I can't tell you how often I've done that, especially with autocorrect, it's like,
oh, yeah.
What the heck was I thinking?
I had one from a couple of weeks ago and it was like Oompa Loompa with cats and flute. And I was like, what was this? And so I kind of remember it. I was like, oh, that's right. So I did a whole Oompa Loompa thing with the kitties. But yeah, my text message thread myself is very confusing.
Yeah. Well, cute. Well, anything else? What's a secret no one knows about Nathan the Cat Lady?
Ooh, secret that no one knows about Nathan the Cat Lady. Oh man, there's got to be something. Shoot. That is a good question. Because everybody knows that I grew up with cats and dogs, which is always funny when people are like, "Oh, so you don't like dogs?" I'm like,
right.
No.
I get that all the time.
It's only dog people that pick one. Cat people, they'll come over and be like, "Oh, you have a bunny? Great. Oh, you have a ferret? Great." It's only dog people that are like, "Oh, you don't have a dog? You have a cat? Wow." Brush my shoulders off like, oh, congratulations. You only love something that takes no effort. Nice. I had it's not really a secret, but it's just kind of a funny moment. Someone sent me a message the other day because they saw my chicken video and she sent me a message and said, wow, you're pretty hot for a cat guy. And I was like, so I looked at her page and it's just all dogs. And I wrote back and I was like, wow, you seem pretty nice for a dog girl. Didn't hear back from that one, but it was
right. Was that on the Tabby dating app?
Yeah, no, not on the Tabby dating app. No, that was just in my DMs. But and like I said, we on my store there is like a bunch of different like funny cat shirts, and this is one of the ones that we just recently launched. The Sinner shirt. For those who can't see, it says Sinner, and then there's a cat around my neck with little horns on the little halo. That's kind of an inside joke from Wine Wednesdays because the Wine Wednesday group, after a couple of drinks, gets needless to say, I just start calling them sinners because they get super rowdy on Wine Wednesdays. So we have the new Cat Sinner shirt.
I love it.
Catlady.com.
I love it. That's cute.
Yeah.
Very cute. Anything else you want the audience to know about you? We had so much to talk about today. My gosh, the movie, the app, your acting. I mean, you got a lot going on, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, yeah, just check me out on pretty much Nathan the Cat Lady on all platforms. So TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, go check out Cat Daddies, sign up for Tabby, check out nathanthecatlady.com. I just had a Lifetime movie come out called Dying to Marry Him on Lifetime Movie Network. So just you'll find me. I'll be around. So.
Awesome. Well, I hope you come back to Cat Talk Radio again in the future.
Absolutely.
Like maybe we do this again a year from now and touch base on the Tabby dating app. And because I know I have a lot of single women out in the audience. So I'm sure that as soon as this podcast hits, you're probably going to see a spike in website traffic.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
Well, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. This was fun.
Absolutely. Well, until next time, as I like to say, keep calm and purr on. Bye, everybody.